185 shit, man. That town shit, man. FA.
I'm a hustler to my last breath. I'm at my own lane, I'm in last gear. Moving fast, I'm in my bag, yeah, done double up from last year. Thank God that I'm still here.
Thank God.
Clear vision, clean my windshield. See the fake shit from a distance. That face has got me sitting here to stay. That money different, I can show you how I'm living a lot. I really risk it, big bro. No, I'ma tick, play the strip. Some packs I'm flipping, kept you suckers out my business freaks.
Welcome to Trapping in Dead, another day, another dollar peep game. It's your boy Munch in the Black House. You know what I'm saying? With the man himself, Rashad D. Thomas. What does D stand for?
Dion.
You know, Zabo, one of the partners here.
Okay.
And he got a name for you. And I was like, well, who? And when he sent me the link, I'm like, he's like, man, that's what I always knew him as. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Nah, he definitely know me from years ago, man, from, you know, young boy from Liberty City. I think I actually met him when I was fresh out of Bethune-Cookman University, man. Yeah, so, yeah.
That's dope.
Great time.
So tell us a little bit about yourself, like where you grew up.
Oh, man.
Because you from the city, too.
Yes, sir.
Liberty City United, man.
There
That's
you
my
go.
thing,
There you
know
go.
what I mean?
Hey, I actually have a hoodie that says I am Liberty City because I am.
Yeah.
So actually, man, right here around the corner from the shop, if you go right here on 55th and 7th Court, if anybody want to witness where I'm from, my name is still on the sidewalk, right there on 55th Street and 7th Court, man. So, no, I actually grew up right here in this neighborhood. I mean, all my family, my mom's husband, his family. I grew up right here on 55th and 7th Court. After, you know, that's the home I went to when I first was born. Then I actually moved into the pink apartments right behind what I call the KFC, which is actually the Dunkin' Donuts now. You know, so yeah, this is my community. I actually had back when Holy Redeemer was still around by Northwestern, went there. Then I went to Attapata Elementary, Attapata Middle.
You was a 40s boy, huh? You was hanging in the neighborhood. I know about being at the park, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. I'm a Liberty City warrior. I'm a Liberty City warrior.
And you Liberty City warrior.
Yes,
make
sir.
it even better, you know what I'm
sir.
saying?
No, I tell people, man, I had the opportunity of seeing both sides by, you know, attending Court Gables High School, but also having the opportunity to play with John Doe gang. You know, so basically seeing both sides of how things are done.
Exactly. Trapping ain't dead. You know what I'm saying? You say you graduated from Bethune.
Yes, sir.
What you went to Bethune for?
Well, actually, I went to Bethune-Cookman University as a criminal justice major. I actually got certified in law enforcement. Actually, what I always wanted to do, you know, growing up in Liberty City, my thing was to always come back and create change. You know, find a way to create an impact, create some change. And you know, growing up, you always saw the good and the bad that the officers did. So for me, I wanted to be able to go and, you know, get certified as a law enforcement officer, come back to my community and try to do things a little bit different. Because basically, like I said, growing up with the John Doe gangs and seeing, you know, at one point where communities were barricaded off and there were certain streets you can drive down and certain places you can go. So it was one of them things where I knew that if I came back and you know, was able to put my footprint on it, maybe I can make a difference. But things didn't go in that direction. I actually wound up getting certified in law enforcement, completed the Police Academy in Daytona Beach, was in the process of getting hired with West Palm Beach Police Department, and my grandmother passed away. And when she passed away, it was just one of them things where it hit me hard. And I had to, you know, basically reset for a minute. So I just, you know, fell back a little bit and was really had to find myself because my grandmother was pretty much leading the way, and wind up, you know, making some phone calls and wind up getting in contact with a friend who was actually working with Miami-Dade County as a temporary employee, and reached out to him and like, hey man, see, you know, what you can do for me. He was able to, you know, make a call and with one of his contacts and also helped me get on as a temporary employee. So I started out as a temporary employee with Community Action Agency, working as a community organizer. So I've always been in the community. So when I first got back home, my first two communities I worked in was in Overtown and South Beach. And my role was to identify the concerns of the community. So in
two different worlds.
In two different worlds.
Concerns.
Yes, sir. So that also has helped play a huge role on the things that I do today, and has always allowed me to see both sides. So here at Overtown, where they were concerned about, you know, a stop sign here, or this drain needed to be, the trash needed to be put out the drain because it was flooding the streets. Well, Miami Beach, they were concerned about all of the development that was going on, because this was like in the boom and everything being
when
changed.
they was changing,
right. So, you know, it was two different concerns, as you say. I mean, they were complaining about development and money coming to the city, where Overtown, the city of Miami, had concerns, just little minimal concerns, just a stop sign, which are things that I mean is pretty much a requirement by the city, you know. But if it's overlooked, you know, so. And
that's crazy. So I can just imagine the position you in now when it's kind of looked like it's flopped. Yeah. Like now, you know, like South Beach concerns back then are now Overtown's concerns. Overtown concerns are now what Miami Beach is dealing with.
There you go.
And yeah, so I can just imagine the position you in.
Oh man, just imagine how I feel growing up in Liberty City and not riding through Wynwood and seeing a piece of property that if we would have got together and back in, you know, a couple years ago and spent about $15,000-$20,000 to buy a warehouse, we'd probably be millionaires
right now. Yeah,
you know,
because they didn't triple, quadruple. You know, that's the thing, man. You brought up the need to come back. I know growing up in Liberty City, that's like a reoccurring thing. I don't know if it's just what we was all like. Our parents and grandparents was always taught, because my parents are not originally from here, but all the programs and everything that I grew up in, whether it was at Liberty City with Coach Sam, whether it was you know, the African Heritage Coach Art Center with Mr. Davis, it was always about, you know, giving back, coming back, not only you know, going and getting your education, but also getting your education and coming back to Liberty City, you know. And I look at that like that's something unique to Liberty City, but at the same time, we have a retention problem down here.
No, we do.
You know what I'm saying?
And I mean, the retention problem is set on opportunities. Yeah. So you have to understand that, because I personally was actually one of those that was on the way out. Yeah. You know, before things, you know, started to change for me. Yeah, because I mean, I was looking at Atlanta, Georgia, like many of us. I actually had a job interview with Travelers Insurance and had already been pre-approved for a home. I was ready to go. You know, because this was when the housing market, when you were basically telling me that if I was gonna buy a house in Liberty City, it was gonna cost me $250,000. Yeah. And it was nowhere in the world. I love my city. Yeah, but it's not. I wasn't gonna spend $250,000 on a home that I know
exactly. Most likely it's upside down anyway.
Way upside down. Yeah. You know, and that was one of the things that was, you know, put me in a position to run. But I'm thankful, you know, I didn't run, and I'm glad I'm, you know, grounded here, and my family is here, and we, you know, are looking to continue to move forward. Because when you look at Liberty City and you look at things that you saw in 2000 compared to 2020, you know,
change. A lot of things got missing. A lot of things stayed the same in the city, truth be told.
Correct. A lot of change, but how much real development in 20 years have you really seen it in this? Nah. You understand? We're not talking about housing. Housing is needed. Yeah. You know, and those are the things that I think that we have to work together to try to push forward, because we need development in order for any community to grow. It's all about developers that come in and want to invest in that community, and we need to find ways to continue to work in this community and work on our community in order to get developers interested in coming into the community to develop it.
To speak on that, because, you know, some people may say, why do you feel that way? But can you elaborate on that a little bit and talk about like the differences, like the advantages of that, and what's like the real ways that we should be looking, like the real lens we should look through? I'm gonna
put it this way, simple. We always complaining about the police taking an hour to come. Yeah. When you start getting development and people start investing in your community, guess what happens? Those type of things start to change. Yeah. And those are simple questions that can be answered by just a development. Because if you get a Starbucks that wants to come to the community, you got to understand that that's going to change the dynamics of the presence of that community. Yeah. And when the presence change, a lot of other things around it change.
When you say presence, you mean like, you know, I like to say the basis change, everything change, you know. It's like they just wait. The wave comes, you know what I'm saying? Everything changed.
And I mean, and I think we should all want something better.
Yeah.
I mean, who wants to continue to live? We always say nobody coming in here and doing anything.
And then when they do,
and then when it's coming, when they start coming, it's like they pushing. They're not pushing you out. They just changing the community. When they change the community, other people interested to come into your community. That's all.
And the quality of life
it goes up.
Yeah, it goes up.
And that's what you should want. You should want people interested in coming into your community, because guess what? Them same homes that they buying, they was ours.
Yeah. And
we can't get mad that we failed to pay the $1,000 taxes
on it. Yeah.
That because our families couldn't work together.
Yep. They sit up here and put together, like, you know, little small homeowners associations and stuff.
Very much, man. It's about unity, brother.
Yeah. I mean, I came from a family that, you know, that's what they did. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, Clarence Edwards, Yvonne Edwards over there in North Shore area. They had that North Shore Homeowners Association.
Nice.
So, you know, they put that together a long time ago. So I was
smart.
You know, so, you know, that's with Jesse Hope from, you know, who passed from the West Express. All of them, Doran Road, all of them was in that little area. You know what I mean? So now you look at, you know, their neighborhood. That's who, you know, they come and talk to. Yeah. You know, so talk about like building coalitions, because you came from CAA, Community Action. Like, what is that building like coalitions like to form that community power like that? What does that look like?
Well, I mean, even you saying that is definitely a great question for me, because that's what I'm actually in the process of trying to do. Yeah. Create a cohort of individuals locally that can work together. Because like you just said, a cohort is very important because everybody works in their own perspective areas. And if everybody can bring the knowledge that they have to one table, a lot can get done. Yep. But when we work as outsiders, that's where we start missing out on a lot. So you know, cohorts, boards, people just working together collaboratively goes a long way. Anything that's being done right now is because people find a way to work together. Yeah. Gentrification is happening because people found a way to work together. Exactly. Everything that's going on right now is because people found, no matter what,
good or bad, that's the nucleus.
That's the only way to get anything done is collaboration. Yeah, you understand, and that's what people have to understand. No matter the culture, you know what I'm saying. No matter what's going on in your life, you got to be able to work with someone, organization, individual, a group, in order to get the goal completed, man.
So let's talk about, like, because I know you ain't just go from community action to the Super Bowl. So kind of like tell us about that journey and like going from community action to that transition. What you was doing in between that time? So
after working with Community Action Agency as a social worker, I was then asked to be a program coordinator on the Scott Carver project. So I worked on the Scott Carver project, and I actually worked closely with Sabrina Fulton, who was working for public housing at the time. Dope. So my role was to identify those residents that had been displaced and provide them with the services that they needed to become what was called in good standing.
So this was after, not to cut you off, but this was after, you know, Jessica had fell through and that Scott's, right? Yeah. After Jessica, all that stuff fell through, then, you know, they were talking about people getting displaced. So you was in charge of making sure, even though they got displaced, they were back in good standing.
Right.
Okay.
So most of the residents that's in Scott Carver now that was living in the old Scott Carver was because of my work in the community and my team's work by identifying them, whether they were in Georgia, whether they were in South and Homestead, no matter where it was. So we actually had like almost like a search team, you know, trying to identify these residents, whether it be a friend saying, oh, I know such and such, she's interested in coming back to Miami for the new development. So we work closely with friends, family, and different organizations to help identify, I think, more than 400 residents that was displaced to assist them with whether it be they had a light bill that was you know, old and needed to be paid up current, and we would provide the financial assistance for that, or whatever the rental assistance. Maybe someone was on their lease and they need to remove that person from their lease in order to qualify to move back in. So we help families do whatever they needed to do to get back into the new Scott Carver. And after doing that, I was actually asked to work as an audit manager, still with Community Action Agency in the Family Community Service Division.
So, audit manager?
Yeah, audit manager.
Audit.
Yeah.
People don't know. For people who don't know what an audit is, that you was in control of the money.
Well,
not the money, but you was in.
I was in control of making sure that if we was going to receive dollars, that things had to be in compliance.
Okay, that's what I meant to say. In compliance, that was the word I was looking for. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you. So, I actually had 13 community centers that I was overseeing, which ranged from Florida City all the way up to Miami Gardens, and I was a one-man show. And I basically went in and would meet with those team managers to ensure that everybody was on one accord and everybody basically knew what needed to be done in order to meet the state requirements. So I can sit here and honestly say that out of 2 state reviews, I had 0 findings and 1 recommendation as a one-man show. So after doing that, I then was asked to work as an acting division director in Family Community Service Division, where I worked closely with Doug Hill, who was the acting division director at the time. So they were trying to make some change, putting a little manpower in Community Action Agency, but that didn't last too long. Then Doug retired, and I was fortunate to get transferred to the mayor's office, where I worked closely with Deputy Mayor Russell Benford. But I can't forget to say,
that's my man's right there.
Yeah, I can't forget to say that opportunity came because I had an opportunity with the United Way. I worked closely with the United Way on some things, and that's how I met Russell. Yeah. And Russell actually offered me the position because of my work and things that he had seen me do. So I had opportunity to work closely with my guy. We still close as one of my mentors. Yeah. And then when he left, I worked closely with Deputy Mayor Maurice Kemp. So overseeing the human services and public safety portfolio for Miami-Dade County, which is 10 of the 26 or 27 county departments, and that was all because Russell decided to take on a larger portfolio, and everyone was in agreement, and it helped everyone kind of stand out, and by being able to do that work, because we're talking about public safety and human services those are 2 huge portfolios in this county, you know. So after doing that, the county has a relationship with the host committee, where they loan an executive to the host committee to oversee certain programs, and I was fortunate to be able to oversee the Business Connect and community outreach, which also had a lot to do with the legacy projects, which are the football fields and the different projects that we have going around in the Tri-County area.
So when we talk about the legacy projects, because I want to get them right, does that include Gwen Cherry, or that's something separate?
No, that's Gwen Cherry as well. Gwen Cherry. So we had 5, and the 5, and I've actually worked on 6, but the 5 that the host committee is responsible for are 3 football fields: 1 at Gwen Cherry Park, 1 at Goose Park, 1 at Miami Beach Senior High. We also did a project with the city of Miami and the Downtown Development Authority, which is a Baywalk lighting project. So if when you go to Bayfront Park and you see those new lights FNL, up, I'm responsible for working with the team to make for those lights to be up. And we also have a project in Broward County where Plantation Heritage Park, they're putting a community fitness zone for the community to be able to come out and work out and stay fit. And also work closely with the Jerry Rice and Steve Young Foundation, which is the 8 to 80 Foundation. We identified the YWCA in Overtown as the site that was in need of some type of programming. So the 8 to 80 Foundation went in and installed a gaming lab inside of the YWCA, and we did a ribbon cutting there, in which Jerry Rice and Steve Young attended. So that was definitely big for that community, and I felt the need to identify the YWCA in Overtown, especially with the Overtown Youth Center in a position of being renovated, and knowing that programming is something that still would be needed in Overtown. And I just thought that would be a great resource for that community to still, which would also give them an opportunity to probably learn more about the YWCA, because everyone is always focusing on the YMCA, but we also need to learn about the YWCA.
Yeah, because what's the distinction between the two?
So the YMCA is the men. The YWCA is the women.
Okay.
Yeah. So and everyone is always no, you got it. But everyone focuses on the men, but we also need to focus on the women as well.
Most definitely. So, talking about business development, the Super Bowl, Business Connect. I know you helped us out tremendously, man. What were some of the hardships you faced Yeah, just tell us about, what was the objective and for you and the team, and then what were some of the hardships you faced?
Well, I'm glad you asked that question, man. And I'll simply say the objective in my role.
Yeah.
I'm gonna explain my role.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
When you say what is the Business Connect program, the Business Connect program is the National Football League Supply Diversity and Inclusion Initiative.
Yeah.
Okay. My role is to identify. I'm gonna repeat that for you again. You want to repeat it?
Identify, y'all. Remember
Identify local diverse suppliers that can qualify and can compete for contract opportunities related to the Super Bowl. Okay, but they have to be the criteria: woman, LGBT, a veteran, or minority-owned business in the Tri-County area of Miami-Dade, Broward, and Palm Beach County. Okay. With all that being said, I'm gonna ask you one question. Tell me, what does it say? Small business. Did I say anything about small business?
Nope.
Okay.
You said minority owned, LGBTQ, women. What's the other one? Veterans.
Veteran-owned business.
Nothing about small business. So when we say small business, what's that considered? 100 employees or less, or 25 or less?
Well, some may say if you in the nets of 5 million or less. It depends on everyone
what
defines
the criteria,
it.
What
right,
they define
a little bit different. But small business would be. I'll be frank with you. A lot of the individuals that I personally know.
Yeah.
Small businesses are individuals that may have, 10 or less. There you go. 10 or less employees. Those same businesses that can qualify for the Circle of Brotherhood, mom and pop grants for $5,000 and $10,000. When you say, local diverse suppliers, we're talking about in the Tri-County area. So I not only had to work with Miami-Dade, but I had to work with Broward and Palm Beach County to identify local diverse suppliers. And those suppliers, most of the suppliers that I identify, I would go to parks, man. And I'll be honest with you. I wasn't asked to do that. I went to football games and vendors that I knew would be able to show a taste of Miami and that I vendors that I thought represented Miami, I wanted to make sure that they get an opportunity. And were they local diverse suppliers? Yes. Once again, were they local diverse suppliers?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So I had to make sure that I had the empanada lady, with an opportunity. We had to make sure we had conch salad.
Yeah.
We had to make sure we had flan.
Yeah.
But guess what? The flan was produced by a minority company.
Minority company.
I don't think nobody knows that though.
Well, I know, but let's talk about it.
And that minority company, I think, is from out of Opelika.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my vendor of the year, which was a security company, was from out of Broward County. Okay. One of my vendors that was in Tailgate was a couple of my vendors from out of Tailgate was from out of West Palm Beach. Okay. I had to make sure the Tri-County area.
That's a lot.
Got an opportunity.
How many businesses you would say is in that area in general?
Oh man, I mean, alone the Business Connect program, and I take my hats off to everyone that either registered and or attended one of our 5 Business Connect informational sessions.
I was just about to say, how do you get involved?
It's because of them that we had record-breaking numbers. First of all, no other host city hosted 5 informational sessions.
Yeah,
that was host 2. So I think we were really Miami Super Bowl host committee with the support of our chairman Rodney Barreto and executive director Ray Martinez. We wanted to do more than any other city did.
Yeah.
So we did 5. The requirement in the bid said 2. You know how many we did in Miami? 3.
Yeah.
3 of those informational sessions was done in Miami. One of them was held on the weekend just to ensure that those 9 to 5 business owners
could make it
on the weekend. Okay? So I was pushing to do more to ensure that we was included. Martin Luther King Parade. Super Bowl host committee participated in the parade in 2019 and 2020, and this was record-breaking Super Bowl. I mean, how many other Super Bowls have parades that they participate in? You understand? Yeah. So those are the changes that are being made to ensure that everyone is included. Yeah. You understand? And that's what people have to be mindful of. We have to include everyone. It's not one culture that we have to be biased to and say we have to give them the opportunity. Yeah. We have to give them the opportunity. And people have to understand my role. Once again, my role was to identify.
Not even source or actually go through the follow up next steps. Like identify. And a lot of the suppliers that I identified, I ensured that they had pretty much every opportunity that they could to present their business. Whether it be one of our 2 pitch days that we hosted. Okay, I didn't even know about that.
Yeah, we had 2 pitch days. We had 2 pitch days, which was similar to Shark Tank, which we invited suppliers out to showcase their goods and services. Okay, so that whether it be in promotional items, catering, we had general construction companies come, we had pipe and drape companies come with their portfolios and everything. We were putting opportunities to make sure that we identified the best businesses in the Tri-County area that had the capacity to deliver. Okay,
and when you talk about capacity, let's talk about the capacity of those contracts, right? So and you supply diversity essentially, right, and inclusion, right? So what were some of the things, can you give us I guess the high and the lows as far as what was needed, what was being sourced?
Well, we had catering definitely is always going to be high. We had security. We had event services. We had cleaning services. I had a contract to Monty Cleaning from out of Broward County. Man, he was cleaning up the stadium. He was cleaning up the headquarters. He was cleaning, different cleaning services. We had a general contractor from out of Overtown actually do the project at the YWCA. You know what I'm saying? That I made sure that he got connected with that project. We actually had another gentleman with providing transportation. So it was, all types of different contracts. Wherever I was getting a call, if I could make that connection, I would. But I would also make sure that everyone had that resource guide. Yeah. And they understood that everyone in that resource guide had the capacity to deliver. Yeah. Okay. Now, some of the businesses that I heard are complaining, they're in my resource guide. Yeah. And what they need to understand is, even though you didn't walk away with a contract, what you walked away with was a network. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And what we have to learn in this community is we have to learn how to do B2B. Yeah. We can't wait for the Super Bowl to come in town for one contract when there are several businesses in Broward County that has yet to do business with anyone in Miami-Dade County. Yeah. There's businesses in Palm Beach that are looking for somebody in Miami-Dade County that they can do business with. And that's that's the environment that we were creating at our Business Connect informational sessions. Because once people left, if you don't walk away with a contract, guess what? You got somebody that
can get you another contract down the line.
Come on. I got one story of a guy came in, hey man, I got to come win this t-shirt contract. And that's all he kept saying. But what he didn't realize, he was sitting next to a lady that ordered t-shirts quarterly. So the same contract that he was hoping to get, that if he do business right there, that's just one. They're gonna equal it already to what you're doing. Yeah. And that's what a lot of businesses have to understand, and then what I've experienced too with some of the businesses, the follow-up, the follow-through, phone numbers. If you provide a phone number, it has to be a number that somebody can
call. And then some people email, and if you don't, that was one of my biggest downfalls as a business owner early on, was that the follow-up. Yeah. I'll meet you, I don't do the follow-up email. I may text you, but that's about it. I ain't finna call you again. And that was the biggest part of lead generation, just sales leads, basic business,
And that was one of the huge issues that we had, man, was that, people that we were trying to make sure that we, push, because my manager, which is Felipe Angulo, we work closely with all of these suppliers from the Tri-County area, man, trying to make sure that a lot of the ones that was working with us from the beginning, that we pushed them. But we ultimately didn't make the final decisions. Yeah. And I think that's where a lot of people well, a lot of people don't understand is that
you
we didn't
just
make
a
the
filter.
decisions. Right. Only thing we did was put that guide together. And what they don't understand too is that's a huge honor. You can put on your resume that you are an approved NFL vendor.
Yeah. Yeah. That's major.
That means people already know you done been vetted.
Yep.
You've been through whatever process that the NFL will take you through to be an approved vendor.
So when
you
Live
still have
Nation
a resume builder.
Yeah, when Live Nation come through for a concert down the line, or the Dolphin Stadium want to do some supply diversity,
My resume.
now you right then and there.
I'm an approved vendor, and that's what they have to understand too. Building those relationships. You got to continue to build the relationships. You know, I mean, you can't get mad off of one. You think if I got mad off every door that's been closed on me, I would be where I'm at right now?
No.
Once again, do you think if I got upset and
Trevor, they did.
Hey, listen.
With dog over here trying to contain
listen,
himself.
man, I'm just. Hey, man, it's just one thing. I just want people to understand that we can't get mad when things don't go the way that we expect them to go.
Yeah. Because
you don't know what was done behind the scenes.
Yeah.
You don't know how hard somebody has even fought for you.
You did. Yeah, I was just about to ask you, like, how was that? Because I know it wasn't easy. You know what I'm saying? Like, just putting your face on the line and putting faith in
Once
somebody.
again, brother, we had 5 informational sessions. I asked for that. Okay? I wanted to ensure that every community in this Tri-County area could get an opportunity. Or at least hear about the opportunity. That way that they can put their name in the hat to hopefully get a contract or to hopefully become an approved vendor to have something to walk away with.
How do you walk away with your head high, knowing? And then we spoke about this offline, but how do you walk away knowing that you put your best foot forward at the end of the day amongst all the naysayers?
When I go home and my kids still smiling at me, that's the only thing that's important to me, man.
Yeah.
You understand? I'll be real with you. Because I know the work that I put in, neglecting my family.
Yeah.
And they still smiling, still happy with me. That's all that matters to me much. Because I know that I organically and wholeheartedly did my job, what I was supposed to do and more.
Yeah.
And it's going to be impossible to make people happy.
Yeah.
You understand? And I know that. It's impossible. But as long as the people that you love and you know love you and that you care about and they care about you appreciates the work that you've done, and for my kids to be able to walk around when they see stuff, they host committee.
Yeah.
I know I did my job, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When people walk up to me and I mean, I'm getting emails, you know, daily, you know, of people just thankful for the opportunity. Yeah. You know, and they coming from the Tri-County area, they coming from all cultures, you know, so it's one of those things where if you got a small pot that's upset, you got to look at that big pot.
Yeah.
You understand? And the big pot is happy. And me being who I am and the grandson of Ivor Lee Baldwin, who was a pastor, I'm always trying to find ways to make the big pot and the small pot happy, which has sometimes been one of my flaws.
Yeah.
You understand? Because it's impossible in this world that we live in.
Yeah.
You understand? Jesus couldn't do it.
Yep.
You understand? So what made me think that I can do it? But what I want to do is continue to let people know that anything that I do and I put my hands on it, I'm doing it wholeheartedly and I'm genuine about it. I want to see people win, no matter who you are, because it's money out here to be made.
Yeah.
But it's a process.
Yeah.
You hear me?
Yeah. It's definitely a process.
It's a process.
It's definitely a process.
And sometimes you gotta wait in line. And what people have to understand is this was 2020 Super Bowl. What about 2021 National Championship?
Yeah.
What about World Cup?
Yeah.
What about the next Super Bowl we just put in for 25 through 30?
Yeah, or the tennis, the U.S. Open, right? So yeah, it's a lot of stuff that's gonna be happening.
Did anybody go on your platform about the tennis and opportunities that they received over there?
No.
Oh, okay. Well,
you know
anybody go on your platform about Art Basel and
oh, of course not.
What about the
Art
boat
Basel
show that's coming up?
Yeah.
Is anybody using your platform?
No.
Oh,
but you see what I'm saying? You see how quick it is though that I can call you and this was before. I'm gonna say this now. He was gonna come before the Super Bowl actually happened because you know what I'm saying. But we had some scheduling issues where he couldn't.
Ultra Music Festival is right around
the corner, yeah, and that's another opportunity. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody complain about that one?
No,
they ain't come to you yet.
They ain't came to me. They ain't came to me and complain because it's what's we complain about the stuff that we feel like is attainable.
Okay,
right there in our face.
They don't know nobody over there.
They don't know nobody over there.
Oh, okay.
you exactly. Oh, okay. We ain't got no peoples over there.
I just wonder.
Yeah, you know how it go.
Okay. I was just wondering. That's it. No.
Trust me, I get you, dog. And that's the whole thing, man. It's like that's what Trapping Ain't Dead is about. It's about bringing, not only bringing you content, but bringing you context. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Rather than just gossip about it and letting people know, like, look, this is what really happened. You know, I can sit up here and I can talk about you and say this was wrong, this was right.
Right.
But at the end of the day, if I can pick up, I always tell people, the thing about me that people fail to realize is that I will pick up the phone and say, can I get you on an interview real quick to tell your side of the story? Because there's a lot of stuff we don't know behind the scenes that happens all the time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Another question I wanted to ask you was about did they have, like, I know the conventions and visitors bureaus was involved. Usually when that happens, there's like some type of impact study or something involved. Will one be coming out?
Yeah. So actually, the host committee, the marketing team is actually working with someone to put out that study. But if there was actually art I could share with you today, that we actually broke records when it comes to hotel numbers. Okay. We shattered numbers when it came to hotel numbers. But we will be doing an economic impact that will be released for I think sometime in either March or April.
That's dope because that's my biggest thing, and even with pool party, we got Zabo here. I'm in the Black House with pool party. That's my main thing with him. I'm like, bro, we need the impact study. That's where it's at.
No. Results, everything.
Data matters.
It goes a long ways, man. It goes a long way. And while we still talking about Liberty City and things going on, I definitely like to mention the T5 Foundation, which is me, my wife, and our 3 kids. And every year we come right back here to Liberty City, Cola Lakes Park, and we do an Easter event. We call it the Easter Extravaganza.
Dope.
Definitely would love Trapping Ain't Dead to come on out, Roots and you guys to come on out and support. Happen. Last year we actually did a helicopter egg drop in Liberty City. You understand?
Y'all boys doing the big. Yeah.
No, and listen, we want to do it for the community, man. That's what it's about. It's about the community. It's about giving this community what it deserves. Giving these kids what they deserve. Yeah. You understand? We got a great group of kids in this community, man. A great group of athletes, great families. You understand? Yeah. And they need safe havens to be able to go to enjoy. Yeah. So we do that right there, Cola Lakes Park. This year is going to be Sunday, February 12th. We normally start around 11 a.m. and go to around 5, 6. But it's definitely a great event for the community. Like I say, the kids love the helicopter egg drop. The year before last, we teamed up with Team Dread, and he came out and performed. Last year, we teamed up with Trina. Yeah. She came out and invited her team out. Yeah. So this year, we're trying to, we might need to use your resources to see, get that ball greased. I actually reached out to his manager. What is it, B?
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Clean face.
I haven't met
him. He got a couple on.
Yeah, so we just trying to, just continue to bring something to the community. Yeah. You know what I'm saying, especially on Easter Sunday, because that's one of those days that's kind of overlooked, and our community definitely needs something at all times. Yeah. Not just certain days and certain times, all times. So, and we just want to continue to give back, man. So I appreciate this opportunity, man, and appreciate this platform, and
man. Anything else you got to say as far as like, because you just mentioned your foundation. Anything else you working on behind the scene?
No. I just want people to also look at those other opportunities that I mentioned, man. Yeah. Because just with Miami is a mecca for events. Yeah. So we need to start finding out about Ultra. Ultra is here. We need to find out about Boat Show. Yeah. We need to be looking in the Art Basel. Those are opportunities. Yeah. I mean,
Jackson Memorial.
I mean, some of those some of those catering contracts are 6-figure contracts, man.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So I mean, it's some money to be made, you know, with these events coming in, and we can't. That's what I'm saying. We need to expand our network. We can't get mad about one event coming to town, and we not getting nothing that time. We have to learn the process and learn how to navigate through the process. Yeah. And I'm also a consultant. So anyone that wants to reach out to me, you know, for any services, they can reach me at jmayconsultant@gmail.com. You know, because I mean, like I say, being able to navigate through this process is not easy. Yeah. And there's a lot of individuals that I've met that have great business ideas and great business minds, but they don't know how to do business. You know, and however I can help anyone, you know, make the connections that they need to make in order to, you know, help their business grow. That's what I want to do. Dope. You know, and like I say, even creating that cohort, any, you know, cohort.
Yeah, right, cohort. Yeah,
there you go, cohort. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what All Like Minds is about, man. So yeah, like unite, progress, and grow. Anytime. I've been saying that. What's crazy is like I wanted to like just start like pull it back a little bit. You know, I've been doing Peace in the Hood for a minute, so I just wanted to pull it back and just. Look, man, I just want to build a network of people who really committed to doing what we need to be doing rather than trying to, you know, serve the whole sum, because you never could make them happy. So, offline, we're going to do some talking and make some stuff happen, man. Yeah. Where do people can find you at? So you can follow me on Instagram at Rashad_D Thomas and Facebook at Rashad D Thomas. And like I say, J-May Consulting Services on Instagram as well. So anybody, man, just, you know, connect with me, and I just want to help businesses grow, man. I mean, from the local diverse businesses in the Tri-County area, man. Dope, man. Anybody looking for me, you know what I'm saying? TrappingAintDead.com, Trapping Ain't Dead Podcast on Facebook, Instagram, Machiavelli_Munch if you want to follow my personal page. All Like Minds Media if you want to follow anything we do in the community, media, production, and technology. Hit us up. See y'all. We out there, bitch. Trapping Ain't Dead.
I'm a hustler to my last breath. I'm in my own lane, I'm in last gear. Moving fast, I'm in my bag. Yeah, done double up from last year. Thank God that I'm still here. Clear vision, clean my windshield. See the fake shit from a distance. That faces got me sent here to stay. That money different. I can show you how I'm living a lie. I really risk it, big bro. No, I'ma play the strip. Some packs I'm flipping. Kept you suckers out my business free zone. Man, shit bring different niggas hate me, I ain't dishing. Probably cause I fuck they bitches. That beamer cost that attention. Fuck friendships, I need them digits. Peace, no diamonds in it. Stick in my name, they should give it. Look how a nigga just spinning the trip. This shit expensive. Read on me, she say she feel it's a trip. But I ain't spit shit. 250 up on these kicks. I ain't never been with the gimmicks. So nigga, I gotta get it. If I like it, then I'ma spin it. Their faces all in my denims. I tell myself this submission. Till I die, I'ma be swinging for consequences. I'm different, got green on me like Spanish. Go ask about me, I'm gritting, but still stuck in the trench. Where them youngest took them extensions. I'm hustling to my last breath. I'm in my own lane, I'm in last gear. Moving fast, I'm in my bag. Yeah, done double up from last year. Thank God that I'm still here. Clear vision, clean my windshield. Money was getting printed. We was taught to go get it. I know niggas wasn't built like us. Most of they doubted me. Mama say that she proud of me. Dreams turn to reality. One day I'ma get that match. I need that Rolls Royce truck. Can't forget where I came from. Some days I ain't have none. Now hustle that off my bum. CEO say stack up your farm. Sit back, deep out drummer. If not my next comer. Yeah, they hating, fuck them. Run it up, run it up. Hustling to my last breath. I'm in my own lane, I'm in last gear. Moving fast, I'm in my bag. Yeah, the double up from last year. Thank God that I'm still here. Clear vision, clean my windshield. Hey, yeah, you know what you tell me. Clear vision, clean my windshield. Talk to him, man. Hey, know we still stuck in the trenches, man. I'm a hustling to my last breath. I'm in my own lane, I'm in last gear. Moving fast, I'm in my bag. Yeah, done double up from last year. Thank God that I'm still here. Clear vision, clean my windshield.